You think the Cubs are making the playoffs, Rick Tellander, as you and I sit here the Thursday before the second half begins?
Well, they got to beat the Brewers because they're not going to make it as a wild card team, and they're under 500. Boy, oh boy,
got to think about it.
That's a tough one. I mean, my impetus, or my quick thinking is that no, they're not going to. But I just to go from the World Series and not making the playoff with the same team essentially, without really, really major injuries. I mean, that's crazy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It is. I honestly thought they had one of the best chances to repeat of any team that I've seen win the World Series, just because of how young they are and how good they were at every position and how terrific their manager is and how set up they were in a farm system in case anybody faltered that they could bring somebody up. I was concerned about their closing, and yet they got a guy who wound up being the lone Cub to the All-Star game, albeit the eventual losing pitcher, which I guess just shows you how the Cubs season's gone so far. Rick?
Yeah, it really does. One thing about a World Series championship, every player, as you look back on it, has either a very good year or his best year ever. And how those things all come together is kind of magic. And don't forget, the Cubs had, as good as they were, they had to go to extra innings in the seventh game of the World Series against a depleted Indians team just to win. We may have given them too much credit. They got up to such an astounding start last year. Just amazing. They just were way ahead all the way through, and people were just crazy the whole year, breaking this 108-year curse that, I don't know if there's small injuries we'll find out about with the pitchers, if guys suddenly got just a little bit older. Ben Zobrist hasn't been great. He was a World Series MVP. Chris Bryant, the MVP of the National League, didn't make the All-Star game. Those are things that, I don't know, maybe, just the few guys that they got rid of that changed, players that didn't seem to matter that much might have made the difference. But it's really a kind of a just pure chemistry. It might have also been Joe Maddon's year just for everything working just right for him. He might not be a great manager coming off of a championship. Some managers need to build towards something, and that'd be no discredit to him whatsoever. But I think there are managers for all kinds of teams at all kinds of seasons.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on radio stations across the country and audience.
If you like that, please download our app. There's lots of fun things there other than just more of the videos you just saw. You can call us from the app. You can email us from the app. Just download it. Trust me, you'll enjoy it.